let's talk. Let's talk. It's been a while. I thought I'll just do a quick car drive talk with me. It's Sunday. It's a sunny day. Going to strong class after an hour of battling within whether I should go or not, because I was like, oh, it is too boring, it is too hot, and I just don't feel like it, can we just not go, because I've been going last week and I've done enough. But then I was like, these are the thoughts we must combat or overcome, because every day our mind will come up with a lot of excuses. And then that's what I talk about in my 7-day fitness foundation program. I think it's on day 3 or 4. I talk about overcoming hidden obstacles. And hidden obstacles, they surface only when you walk the path. You don't know these obstacles exist. It's only when you start walking on whatever path. It's not only fitness. Anything in life that you do, when you start, that's when the hidden obstacles pop up in your mind or in your experience. Why? Because they always existed. It's just that you now started walking on that path, that now as you step forward and as you reach a certain point, you will see a block, an obstacle that now you must overcome or transform, or I prefer the word transform, that you must overcome, So unless you start the journey, you will never know what obstacles you're gonna face or lay within, So the first and foremost is to start the journey. Yeah, and I will talk in terms of fitness journey, because right now I was facing this as always, and despite going to gym and working out regularly, I do face such obstacles when I feel boredom, I don't feel like it. And if there's a genuine reason, yes, but just every day if you fall for such thoughts that oh, not today, what happens is you start to fall for such thoughts one day, then next time the mind thinks, oh, I can fall for these excuses once again, let me use it after some time once again, and this is how it tricks you, but each time you overcome, you have how do I say this, lessened its grip on you, and how I do it is I feel boredom, right? So the opposite of boredom is what? Interesting. I have to find some form of I want to make this workout interesting, that I want to go there, because right now I feel that, oh, once I go I'm just going to be bored. And so to avoid that boredom, I don't want to go. I want to avoid that boredom. Yeah. And this can be applied to anything else in life too. Yeah. So I am not trying to avoid the fitness or the workout. I am trying to avoid the boredom. Yeah. Now let's look at it in a deeper way, because I don't want to, who wants to get bored in life, right? We always finding interesting things in life to do. So now if I even fall for this, that, oh, fitness has become boring, now this is deadly, because what will happen is now you'll start to avoid the boredom, means now you'll start to avoid the fitness, right? So what we want to do is make it interesting. Today I wore this red leggings. I was like, I'm gonna dress up for my workouts. I'm gonna create some interesting stories, and I'm gonna meet some people there, and I'm probably like just gonna take it easy. And if I feel like it, I will just push it and give my 100%. Whatever it is, I did not fall for the boredom. I try to make this interesting. I try to turn it around. So turn the boredom around into interesting, amazing. How can I make this more interesting for me? And then the more we show that it's going to be interesting for us, it's going to be beneficial for us. Well, everything beneficial and interesting we want to do, right? So we will go, So this is how you have to, I would say, outwit the devil. I would not say outwit the devil, but transform boredom into interesting. How do I make this more interesting for myself? Transform transform, whatever, anything, not just the opposite of it, because in the end we are avoiding, because we are avoiding the situation. We are avoiding the boredom, we are avoiding the emotion behind it, and if we were to just feel the opposite, we won't be avoiding it. In fact, we'll be like looking forward to it, right? So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn this around, because as soon as I woke up, I was like, oh, I need to I want to cancel it. I will not go even though I've booked it. And then what would that mean is, once you also now this is interlinked. Once you try to avoid that boredom, means I will not go to the class even though I've signed up for it. Yeah, I fall for that. Then what will happen next is that I have booked the class and now I don't go. So now what I am creating for myself is that, oh, she doesn't live up to what she booked for, in the sense, and this is something small. In if it is real emergency, even though you've booked the class, you may miss it, and it is okay. But you cannot allow the trivial matters. You have to stick by it, that you signed up for it, you must go for it, unless there's an emergency. Because what will happen is, this is linking. Everything is interlinked then, and then this becomes a habit, so we must now cut it and figure out why this came up in the first place, so this is I feel very important, not only in terms of fitness but anything else in life you do too. Like, for example, I've created so many videos and Reel Talks with me and YouTube and everything, that I've actually lost track of how many videos I've created in past 6-7 years. And it's not like I've earned likes or money or fame or recognition from it, or turned it into my career. It still seems like, because I've not turned it into a business of some sorts where I earn money out of it, it seems like it's still a hobby. But if it were a hobby, I would be still passionate and I would still do, but I would have moved on. I would have found another hobby, but the fact that I'm still sticking by, it's not just a hobby, it's an inner work that eventually may or may not turn into a business making or money making scenario for me. But it has changed me in a lot of ways, in the sense that one of my very good host fathers, mentors, I had the opportunity to talk with him and learn from him. He taught me one thing, and he told me, Ronak, if you already had millions, if you never had to do anything for money, what would you do? Even if you didn't get anything out of it, what would you continue to do? And I realized this is it. I want to share my life learnings, and I want to make myself a better person instead of making the world a better. Because as I become my better version, as I change my thoughts, my emotions, as I change the way of my thinking, and trust me, it is so difficult, because you have to, anybody who's tried to change their way of thinking knows that it is difficult, on a superficial level we may change, but on a deeper level it is not so. It comes with a heavy price and a lot of inner work and dedication, I would say, determination, but I will not go into all that right now. Point I'm trying to make is, I would still create these videos as long as I get these ideas, as long as I get these words, I would share it, and I will go out of my way. And that means it's a lot of hard work. Sometimes I can't keep up with my own self after all these years, because I feel after sticking on this small screen for 5-7 years non-stop for creating on my phone, I think I also got reading glasses because of it, but that's the price you pay for it, that you are constantly in your head, constantly in a sense of solitude, and you have to be in your own bubble, so to speak, not to cut off the world, but so that you cut off the other outside noises and outside influences, so that what comes out of you is unique only to you. It is not influenced by what you hear or see or etc etc, you know. But I hope you got something of value. I think I kind of detoured from my talk from boredom to something else. So the point I'm trying to make is that in the end we must find the opposite of it, because we're running away from the sad feelings of life. If we feel that this for example, this conversation is only going to lead to fights and arguments, we are actually going to be avoiding the person himself or herself. Why? Because we want to avoid not the person, we want to avoid the fight and the arguments and the not so amazing conversation. And we all want interesting conversations in life, right? So what we will do is, if we feel that this is going to be a boring conversation and the same old conversation and not so great and it's not worth my time, we are going to actually avoid the person himself or herself, you know. And actually it's nothing to do with the person. What we are actually doing is avoiding our thought that this might lead to fights and arguments. For all you know, it might just lead to an insightful conversation if you would just give it a chance and you did your part on bringing interesting conversation yourself. You know what I mean? Because it just takes one person to change the dynamic of the connection, and if the other follows and agrees with that change of dynamic, it will be good. Otherwise it will break off, you know. Now I'm not going to go into that because I've reached my gym class and I want to go on time. But yes, I hope you got something of value. So remember, next time you feel boredom or not so great about going to gym or anything in life, remember, it's our job to make it very interesting. Oh, and that reminds me of a quote from Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins, you know, because when I was doing Disney jewelry, and I remember all these quotes. So if I remember it correctly from the Mary Poppins movie, she says, in every job that must be done, there's an element of fun. If you find the fun, find the fun and snap, the job's done. You know, find the fun and snap, the job's done. So in every job that must be done, find the fun. Yeah? So have a good Sunday, everybody, and see you soon. Bye. Okay. So I'm going to continue the talk, what we did about boredom. Hi everyone. Let's talk again. It's a continuation of our talk of boredom, you know, how to turn it around. In the first part I told you, and it's interesting how after my workout session, and in fact during the workout also, I realized that sometimes if there is no boredom, we will continue to do the same thing again and again. Yeah. So once something has served its purpose, what will happen is we will start to feel bored, or there's some sort of negative emotion will come that will make us want to stop. And if that negative emotion doesn't come, we will continue. Now the reason this emotion also comes, or this feeling comes, that I'm bored or I don't feel like it, is now a part of you is like, we did this enough, now let's move on to something else in life. And that is why it comes, you know. But now, and this works for anything and everything else in life too. But we must have the discernment that what we must continue and what we must not, you know. Now I will come to sense of self. It is our sense of self that determines what we will continue and what we will not. And so if we go deeper into the subject of, oh, I'm feeling bored and I want to turn this around, like how I told you that, you know, now you must find something interesting to turn it around. It's like 30 degrees and I'm sweating but, and especially after a workout. But I have to make this point clear that sometimes what happens is, and sometimes no, you have to, in the end, it's all about your sense of self. If you think that you're athletic, now what will happen is, even if you feel bored, you will continue with your fitness journey and you will try to find ways to make it interesting. Because why? Because it fulfills and fuels your sense of self, that identifies with the fact that I'm sporty and I'm athletic and I'm a gym goer. You know what I mean? So in the end, what we will do and not do also depends on our sense of self. Now that also continues with hanging out with the same group of friends. Even if after a while it's the same talks and same boring, nothing new, you're not growing from that, hanging out with that friend circle, for example, what will happen is, you'll start to feel bored and you will start to avoid going out with them. Yeah, and the reason is that you are feeling like it's time. A part of you says that I'm not growing here. I think it's time to meet new people where I will grow. And so you must decide that you need to stop hanging out with some people because it doesn't go with your sense of self anymore. Now, if you still want to be a part of that, what will help you decide whether you should continue or not and turn it around into making it more interesting? Again, it will depend on your sense of self. Do you still want to be identified as for example, I will give myself as an example, as a Jain, Palanpuri, Stanakwasi. Even though I'm born in it, I cannot turn it around, but I can always change. I can always transform it. What I cannot change is that, I cannot change the fact that I was born in that, but doesn't mean that I continue to hang out in that. I can step out. I can go international. I can have international friends circle. I can have soul tribe instead of a cultural tribe. I would say a soul tribe. You know what I mean? And that is why in life you must have the discernment. And this discernment only comes from the fact that it all depends on your sense of self. It all depends on your sense of self. Because after a while, what will happen is, if you don't identify with the fact that I'm athletic and I'm sporty, now after a few years, when you start to feel bored, you will not turn it around into making it an interesting part of your daily routine. You understand? Because eventually everything becomes boring. Your work is also boring. You just go because it pays your bills. You're earning something, and this is intangible. If you go for fitness, it's intangible. After a while, you have attained that ideal body. Now why you want to go? You've attained. You just maintaining. Then you can just maintain by going 2-3 times. You don't need to overdo anything. You can just continue to maintain, right? And so if you don't identify, or your sense of self doesn't include the fact that I am athletic and I'm sporty, or I'm related to fitness industry, or I'm a part of health and wellness industry, or whatever, you will not turn it around, and you will find that after a few years you will have given it up altogether, but you will still continue to hang out, for example, with the same friend circle or same community that you don't even after a while you don't belong, or you don't feel a sense of belonging. But you continue because you have not given up that sense of self of yourself, that, oh, this is who I am. You're scared that if you leave this, what else is there? Because the world is vast, and there are billions of people, and you don't know who your tribe is, So, and that also makes you continue to stay where you are, and it can be relationships, friendships, career, anything and everything in life. Your sense of self determines. And so when you have to make that discernment, now coming back to the boredom and turning it around, if there was no boredom, you would continue to go. A part of you says, stop it, I don't want to, I'm ready for something new. Example, I'm bored of these clothes now, I want to buy new clothes. Unless even if it is expensive clothes, you know what I mean? Even if it is expensive clothes, if you're not bored of it, you will continue to wear it. And that is why you must have that discernment, because we get attached We get attached to clothes, we get attached to things. It builds our sense of self. It fuels our oh, this is who I am. I like blue, I like dresses, I like this, I like that. Everything you say that you like, it becomes a part of you and who you are. And the day everything that you used to like becomes now a boredom, be mindful that now that part of you is ready to leave, and a new part of you is ready to emerge. New you who wears something new clothes, new locality, new neighborhood, new everything. Because that old self is like enough. It has served its purpose in your life. It has taught you a lot of things. It has given you valuable experiences in life, etc., etc. Now everything that you used to once find interesting becomes boring, means you must now learn to let it go also. So develop that discernment is the word that I would say. Develop that discernment, when to turn it around, when not to turn it around. You know what I mean? So I hope I made my point clear. Not blindly do things in life. Understand, dig deep where this is coming from, why this is coming from. And then make a decision, you know. And it's not going to be easy, and that's why I always say, walk with me. It's a process, it's a journey, it's a transition, it's a lot of understanding. Yeah, it's gonna be not easy for sure. It's not gonna be easy for sure, but something in you will continue, and I feel you're gonna do it, you know. So anyways, I'm gonna go right now. Yeah.